Good morning. So in my last video I said there's a bit of a front coming through, and if we could get sort of 15 to 20 mils out of it, we'd be doing quite well. So yeah, so we got 15 mils, but I just thought I'd show you. This is where the cows were last night, and you can see the definitive line through the paddock through here, and there's a really light coloured green there, and it's a little bit whiter over there. So the grass is growing now, it's pumping. So I'm just heading up to see Dad now. He had a problem with his tractor and he fixed it, and he didn't fix it quite properly, so he's still got a problem, but we're actually going to go and fix the trough. But also while I'm there, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and I also have an Instagram page which you can check out. It is also just the Once a Day Farmer. Yeah, so let's go and see Dad.
This gasket stuff says it's only about 10 or 15 minutes.
Say hi to everyone.
Hi. Yeah. So if you get that, put it through there, and that goes into there, of course. And I'll see if once I get this other side done.
You gotta lift it up now.
Yep. Alright, wait a minute, let me have a look. Yes. Yep. So if you... Got a lot of containers in here.
Get quite a nice view from up here, looking over the farm, and from the house is only just there, so you get a nice view from it there too. Right, we'll just put this tractor back together. What happened? Some seal went on the...
Yeah, on these plough arms, a bush or a bearing or whatever's down there, and there was oil leaking out of the I don't know what it's called. I don't know why you get oil going through the bottom pin on this plough arms.
Yeah, so Dad took it to town and they fixed the seal. Well, they had to order one in. So we weren't quite sure how long it was going to take because of COVID. They said it might be a bit of a wait, but it was only, about a week, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, they must.
And now we need to get this tractor going because we need to get the sprayer on and kill some daisies. There's a lot of daisies around. More so on the deer block. I don't know why that is. Do you?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably didn't spray them that much last year, I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, give them a hand.
Up, no down. Yeah, there's an egg.
Thanks.
Look at that, we're going down.
All fixed. Right, we're going to fix this trough now. I need you, and those.
Yeah, hopefully there's another country somewhere. Pull good spades all rusted out.
So this is why it was leaking. It's just rusted away over time, and it was
That would have been there ever since I've been home, so that galvanised pipe would have been there 50 years, I suppose.
that's probably a homemade trough too, do you reckon?
Yep, Dad would have made this, what, 60 or 70 years ago, I suppose. And it's not very big, but it copes because the water pressure down here is so strong that it fills this trough up in no time.
Yeah.
It doesn't really empty out, so I've never had any problems. That's the same ballcock that's been here ever since I've been home, because I've never put a new one on that one, because look, it's always been a bit broken.
How long have you been home? 30 years.
So that's
just
rusty.
over 30 years.
It would be now, wouldn't it? my good punch somewhere? My good punch that's made in England.
Let's have a look. You can see they how did they make it? It would have been 2 corrugated iron,
Yeah.
and 2 they halved it, didn't they? Wouldn't be well a whole. They'd pour it like half each. You can see that the mould, the edge of the mould there, or the edge of the corrugated iron.
And they bolted together, or well, I'm not sure how they did it.
Or maybe it was a single piece. I don't know.
Oh, maybe they did do 2 halves.
But the water pressure, so it comes down this hill here, up into the maize paddock, up the top by those trees, runs right along the top, round the top, and then up to the tank up there.
The tank's up by our house.
Yeah, so the tank's up by those trees just there, so there's a fair bit of drop, and you'll see, oh, well we're not going to join it up today because we need to let the concrete set, but yeah, fair flows out of here.
When Dad put this big water line in, it must have been 1980, 81 I suppose. 80, so what's that, 40 years ago Dad put this big line in because there was galvanised pipe here before that.
Yep.
Yep, so those would have been the fittings then.
So it's done pretty well.
That probably wasn't a new bit of galvanising, I imagine, but so what I was going to do was put that through there like that.
Sweet, fits.
Put some thread tape on that, put that fitting on, concrete it up, put a bit of cement around it. Yep, cool, we'll do that.
Just digging this pipe out, or the soil under the pipe out a bit, just to so we can push it up once the fitting's on, like Dad said. And what did I find? Found his good chisel made in England. You'll be happy about that. You might be wondering why there's no water coming out of there, because that's not bent over. But the line comes from down this hill straight through, so I cut it in the drain and bent it over. So once we concrete it, we'll concrete it today. It's Dad's just up there mixing some up, some cement, and we'll do it tomorrow again, and then let it dry for a little bit, and then we'll put the water in. But my cows are coming in here in 5 days. I think they're going in there tonight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the 5th day, and then they go 6 to there. So need to get it done by then. Here you go.
Oh, good man. Look, that's got made in England written on that. You won't see it through the rust now. Excellent, thank you. Right, I'll put a bit of this in here. Cool. There's an old gate latch.
Doesn't really look like a modern gate latch, but it might have been off I don't know, something to buckle the horses up with, whatever implements they had on, put through the harness or the saddle, don't know. Fast forward a couple of days and we're back here fixing the trough. So we just got to put the ball cock and hook the water up. Dad's brought down some, what do you got here? What is this stuff called?
Oh, Brent bought me that, it's called Ardex, and it's a levelling compound, so I'm just using that, but just painting it on to, look at that, it almost looks new now that we've put those broken pieces back in. But I don't know, I think it sort of does a good job making it sort of waterproof. You see?
Yeah, so we actually, my pool was leaking at home, and we fixed it with that. We put it around the bottom where there was a bit of a crack, and it hasn't leaked since, so it must do a fairly good job.
The bottom of this trough's not very strong. Look, there's a hole there it's going straight down to the soil. When Dad made these troughs 80 years ago, or just after the war, there wasn't a lot of cement around, or he couldn't get much cement, so he didn't mix much cement in here, and it's a little bit, that's why they're a little bit not so strong maybe.
So ideally you would, where I've bent it over, you would cut it out. So you'd put a joiner back behind it and another bit of pipe, because that'll more than likely split at some stage. But we didn't have a extra pipe or a fitting. Well, you could have used that bit of pipe just cut there, but we didn't have a fitting, so that's what we done. All done. So I'll just leave that hole exposed for a little bit to make sure there's no water coming out of where the fittings are, the new fittings. And we've just propped up the bullcock because Dad just cemented some of the holes, made it a bit thicker. And these are the bullcocks that we use. They're pretty standard, really. If you don't know what they are, this is just the this is the bullcock piece here. That's the arm and the float. So the float just, obviously when the water drops or gets low, it drops when the cows are drinking. The arm drops, and then the little plastic bit in here raises and the water comes out. Pretty simple. And the cows are going in here tonight, so the trough's filling there. I just need to check that, make sure the bullcock's not broken. Cows are coming in here tonight. They were just in that other half last night. There's a trough down that end, so that's alright. There's a little bit of tucker up in places, so there's a lot of clover around. They'll be loving that. Look at all that clover, beautiful. It's flowering away. So this trough hasn't been working for a while because they've been using the other one, but it's going now. Awesome. But that's just another homemade trough, I guess, and so is that one there, and there's one up there. That pretty much wraps it up for this video, but thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.